All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alara Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being with us today. And my good friend Kim Regnitz is back with us today. And we're talking about harnessing and preparing for the upcoming Ascension Frequencies. And as you all know, we're going through a lot of stuff right now. The new moon we just had, the solar eclipse we just had, lots of other stuff. So we're going to talk about all of that and more. We're going to talk about the cosmic weather and powerful new moon solar eclipse energies that we're in right now. We're going to talk about, we're going to try and talk about all this. Who knows? Chiron and Aries stationing direct to the upcoming shift of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius and the great conjunction of 12/21/20 this on the solstice, and what is ready to shift planetarily and for you. How to navigate the various challenges with ourselves and others, about witnessing the awakening process that is really just beginning for a lot of people, the ancestors and shifting these patterns and their evolutionary opportunity. So a lot. We're also going to be, Kim is going to be sharing her high frequency multidimensional holographic process at the end, activation processes throughout the call. And at the beginning, we're going to start off with a centering and grounding process with Kim. But for those of you who don't know Kim, she's been with us many times, always a wonderful conversation, wonderful energies, wonderful activations and processes, and always a high vibe call. So you definitely want to be watching this or listening to this again and again. So Kim is an internationally known multidimensional, transformational, vibrational intuitive, and owns Song of the Heart Healing Arts. In her 30 years of experience working in the healing and transformational arts, Kim holds many practitioner certifications, and she accesses her, as she accesses her multidimensional skill sets, she utilizes and applies quantum mechanics and holographic transformational technologies with her clients in classes. So we're going to talk to Kim about all of that and more. And so just be willing to receive, and at the same time, be willing to allow yourself to open up to the frequencies that we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be taking live caller questions as well. So of course you can always raise your hand, or you can type your question in the chat. But first, but we're going to do the centering and grounding process first. So Kim, welcome back to the show. Where are you? There you are. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you. I'm really excited to be here. Really interesting times.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
Right now, as we speak, Chiron going direct yesterday is so interesting because right now we're having a new furnace being installed. Our furnace went out yesterday, and it's like 10 degrees for a high, or 20 degrees right now in Wisconsin. So
Fahrenheit.
That was
Fahrenheit, right?
Pardon me?
That's Fahrenheit, right?
Yes, Fahrenheit. Which is still, furnace weather.
Yes, so, for sure. Yes, it is.
So he just finished momentarily, and I was hoping there would be no banging on this call, and because it was really loud installing this furnace. But anyway, so that was an interesting piece as far as the challenge goes, because it was like, okay, how do I look at this? How do I see the Sagittarian energy, the new moon? There's a pony in there somewhere. It's a benefic. So I choose to look at it as this Aquarian energy coming in as a new spark, because the electricity in the furnace is always about heating and sparking and warmth and all of those good things. So that's what I'm choosing to do. But it was really interesting how that brought up, oh no, really? Old patterns. Oh my goodness.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean, totally understandable, right? But it's about getting out of that story and finding something else, the gift in it, right?
Yes. What's the gift in it? And it's how we choose with that. And we're all being given that. You too, Alara, with what's going on with your dear partner. I mean, we are really being stretched to the limit, but it's because we can be. And it is our, human, which really literally means divine and man, nature to resist change. It feels threatening at times.
Right.
And so, yeah, so that's, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. But anyway, I thought it most fascinating. And I just said, all right, universe, please all be all done by the time of this call. So,
yes. Good. So, yeah, we have a lot to discuss, a lot to cover, but I know we want to start off with the centering and grounding, right? That's always a good place
Yes.
to start.
Yes, most definitely. So just everyone, first of all, just breathe. And if you are driving, I would suggest that you not be at this time, because even during this call, we are going to be doing an activation at the end, but you will shift various dimensional consciousness pieces. And I really want you to be really centered and grounded and not be driving. One of the biggest things I have people say during my activations is that, well, I tried to stay awake, but I fell asleep. Well, that is really because we're uninstalling old programs, and we're bringing in the new codes that are really coming in very quickly. So just take a deep breath wherever you are, whatever is going on in your world, and just let go. I'm literally seeing a cord plugged into the wall, and we're just going to unplug that right now. Whew. And just allow your conscious awareness to be here now, gathering all parts of self, all parts that may be scattered. The first thing that when we have a challenge is we scatter our energies. We're out of our body, but literally that is what we really want to work with, bringing that in. So just gather that in right now. I'm just being led to, I'm hearing a sound tone coming through. So many language of light codes come through sound tones. I just usually hear tone coming through. So just focusing in the area of your heart or your core star, and just continue to let go of whatever is happening. And breathe in deeply. And then take another deep breath right through that field of the heart. And holding your spinal column very straight and elongated, whether you're seated or lying down. Just align with your I am presence, your higher self embodied. And just letting go, being aware of any fear that's resonating or vibrating in your body, any type of contractive energy, any kind of limitation. Just notice where you're going right now. Notice where your awareness wants to go, and just be observing that right now. You feel dolphin energy coming in here. And the dragons of fire. Beautiful. Polaris beams, a lot of crystallines coming in, a lot of Arcturian energy coming in, ascended masters, archangels, just connecting in through your I am present. Okay, and without leaving your body, just feeling the connection to the galactic center, galactic central sun, divine source energy. Through your spinal column, allowing all of this to flow through the central column of your being, allowing the chakras in the biofield connected with your human technology, your physical as technology, allowing them to align, as well as the light body centers, allowing them to align, and the endocrine system, the nervous system. This is not a thinking process. It's just an awareness and intention in the tent of the one. Intention. Just feeling this alignment, opening up those centers, the palm chakras, the centers in the feet, the arches of the feet, the release areas, and then the chakras in the feet. And then dropping down into the Earth Star Center, right below your feet. About 3 legs. There we go. Feeling that connection with nature and the galactic crystalline grids within nature. Feeling the resonance with the ancient ones, the Sasquatch, the whale, deep record keepers that correspond with Gaia and the Gaia grids. And then moving our awareness all the way down into the center as we reach past all of the aquifers, blessing the waterways with our awareness and our consciousness, as we drop into the center of Gaia's heart, the diamond crystalline center. And as we do so, it's like receiving a beautiful hug from Gaia. And just feeling the gratitude for you on your mission, whether you are aware of what that is or not, does not matter. Just feeling the gratitude for you being incarnate at this most auspicious time. And just breathing in deeply, and Gaia sends her fractals to wherever you are receiving or needing this right now, whether it's your physical vehicle, whether it's your emotional body, whether it's your mental body, spiritual body, etheric, etc. These beautiful fractals of balance, of harmonized, of divine feminine, divine masculine codes. Just go wherever they are required. Just balancing, releasing, and taking in a deep breath. Allow all the fear, any kind of limitation to just be released, pulse waving it out through the palm centers and the little arches in your feet, unscrewing those little areas of release, like little valves, and breathing them out. And being open to the expansive, the expansion energies that are ready to come in for you right now and in the coming days, weeks, months, years. And be open to that breath of fresh air of living authentically, of being here now, fully in your mission, in joy, in spite of whatever is happening in your world. And just what I'm receiving through my I Am Alchemy team is to tell you that you are never stuck. We are navigating the quantum 0-point field at any given time. What stands in the way is fear. So releasing that fear, letting it go. You just take one more mental check of your being. Any energy. I'm feeling some in the solar plexus. Feeling powerful versus feeling disempowered. Ooh. Breathe into that solar plexus and seeing that throat center activating. There we go. Releasing, relaxing. I'm feeling the energy of the crystalline lepidolite coming in with the lithium content. Going where you need it. Some of you need it, some of you do not. And those of you that are requiring or needing more energy, because we are at the new moon time, so it is a time of lower energy. There is no moon visible in the sky yet. So just allowing that energy to balance, either more energy or release of excess energy. Beautiful. And just roll those shoulders forward, up and back, and just allow yourself to be fully here now, fully conscious as the divine light master that you are. And just notice throughout this call what is different, and notice what you're noticing. There we go. And back to you, Alara.
Awesome. Thank you. Like always, it's always a powerful process, even the centering and grounding. But what I found right now is I'm still finding it right now. It's like on the two sides of my neck and the back, there seems to be some pressure on the left side and on the right side. So I'm assuming it's still processing and draining, releasing. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that tenseness or something or other.
Is it at the base of your skull? The base of the neck?
Yeah, it's on the sides of my neck, up and just up down,
Okay.
you know, all the way down from the top to the down to the base of my throat.
Yeah. Okay. So sometimes it's just things releasing and then other codes coming in.
Yeah.
Because there was there was an activation with the throat and then the solar plexus.
Yeah.
So,
you know, so for anybody else who may be perceiving still some activity happening in your field, just keep breathing and keep allowing it to process, right? Because, you know, sometimes it may be processing a little longer. Yeah, it's good.
I'm just going to bring in some harmonizing and balancing for that. I'm just hearing harmonizing and balancing. So we're just bringing that in right now and then stepping this down into 3D.
Yeah, because I also found that I'm finding even as I'm talking, my voice is really rough and gruff, not my normal bubbly self quite yet, you know. So there's some activation happening still in the throat.
In your throat center.
Yeah.
Well, interesting you speak of the throat because that is connected to the 5D consciousness that we're anchoring with this age of Aquarius, anchoring it here. Like this whole year was building a foundation for that. And then now with all of the Aquarian energies, Saturn and Jupiter moving into Aquarius in the Grand Conjunction, the Great Conjunction, that ether, that's the fifth element that's actually connected with that throat center. And that is what this year has been tried to be shut down with. Okay, so what is the whole masking piece? It's about shutting down that ether, that etheric.
Right.
So we're, your voice. And Chiron is really connected with that as well, because we've all shut that down. We've learned through childhood, through ancestors. Our ancestors had to shut that down because it may have not been safe for what they wanted to share. Well, it is safe for right now. I mean, all of these Aquarian energies are literally, there is no box anymore. There are no lines to color in. You are free to color outside the lines.
Yay. Good. Diane was saying mine is mid left spine. And so Diane, as I'm perceiving my energy to shift and process, I'm actually now perceiving it in the mid left spine as well. So just keep breathing. It's all good. You know.
Yes, do not contract your body as to what is happening. And this is not a process to get this at the mental. It's not a process to think your way through it. And oftentimes when we feel things change, what feels like discomfort is literally the energy just changing. And so rather than saying, okay, contracting that, your body, okay, what's going on? Which is sometimes what the left brain, the human, the ego wants to do. So just let go of that and just trust in your I am present. And we're aligning with this I am presence around you, connecting in. There we go. Just really connecting to that I am. Literally is your I am is your firewall of your higher self embodied. It's a representation of the universe that has your back. And so just lean into that right now. And just watch that and put your observation on that and then let go of any story around it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're releasing something, Diane. Is it Diana or Diane?
Diane, yeah.
Diane, okay, yes. And then also feeling the energy of Shungite right below your feet in the Earth star. And it's like I'm literally seeing this, like walking on Shungite sand. That's actually helping. Shungite literally will light up a battery, light up a flashlight. If you take Shungite, turn a flashlight on, that one of those that clicks on at the top, at the top, and then you turn it on, unscrew it, and then stick a piece of Shungite to make contact with the battery or the connectors. It will light up the flashlight. So it's very strong electromagnetic energy. So it will assist with grounding as also balancing the body. There's so many amazing things about Shungite. And if you don't have it, you don't need to. You can connect up with the morphic field of shungite. Just connect up with the energy of it.
Absolutely.
Feeling that. Ooh, there we go. That's like literally pulling out some of these. It's a lot of it is fear leaving too, like old energy leaving.
Good. Cool. Thank you. Good. So yeah, so I know that everybody is, right now the big, push is towards the solstice, right? And it's like the first time in 800 years, this conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like obviously next week there's going to be lots of programs and calls and all that wonderful stuff, meditations, especially, between now and then. So what can we start to do to prepare us for, to harness these ascension frequencies that are coming up, but also these ascension frequencies that are here now?
Yes, well, we're in the new moon energy right now. So we're already feeling this. We've already been feeling this for a while because these are the large outer planets. And it's like a 5 or 6 degree orb of influence on either side. So we actually have, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just talk about the new moon solstice. I mean, the new moon eclipse that we are still in right now. We're still in the new moon energy. It actually happens on 10:17 a.m. on the 14th or Monday, Central Standard Time. And we're still in the new moon energy until tomorrow for us, for December 17th, 9:02 p.m. Central. So we're still in that new moon energy. And that's a time, this is a really powerful new moon. Every month we begin a new lunar cycle. This is especially powerful because it was on the total solar eclipse, which has an effect for 6 to 12 months. Okay, so this is not just an ordinary new moon. And plus this was in Sag, which is about bringing in that renewal or that optimistic energy in. Looking at the glass as being full versus half empty, but more half full. Yeah. And that, the benefic, it's ruled by Jupiter. So this is really powerful. So I like to create new moon seed wishes. And if any of you do my activations, you know that I do bi-monthly activations at a new and a full moon, working with and harnessing this energy. But you have until, while this moon is still new, until tomorrow, 9:02 p.m. Central, to actually create or write new moon wishes of what you'd like to create. It's not just for this lunar cycle, but it's for this whole next year because of this being an eclipse. So that harnessed with Jupiter, Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting, and also we're aligning with the galactic center as well. Okay, the galactic center literally is the black hole, the energy where we are creating, where the crystalline is literally coming online. There's going to be more connection with soul tribes. And what I mean by that is tribes that are connected with your I am presence, your I am team, meaning star nations, ascended masters, etc. A lot of non-terrestrial connection with these beautiful beings. And if you work through your I am presence, you are assured that you are going to get the high frequency connections. Okay. And these are soul tribes where you have existences, multidimensional and other star systems. There's much facilitation of contact coming with this. Jupiter in Aquarius and then Saturn. And so you're going to be going back and forth with this Saturn, rules actually Capricorn. We're in the last degree of Capricorn energy right now, which when a planet starts to shift signs, it brings up the shadow. So we're in that Capricorn energy right now where the status quo, old structures may be really in your face. I know we're seeing this macrocosmically on the planet, but inwardly as well, like old patterns that you thought you had cleared, you had shifted, and then Chiron comes right in there too, because Chiron just went direct yesterday, and also when again, Chiron's an asteroid, and so I'll talk about that in a moment. But that is like the wounded healer, so that actually let its emphasis on that as well, on this Capricorn energy. But literally, we're letting go of that old, what's defined us. And there's this like tug of war, kind of push-pull between what's like coloring outside the lines and then what's defined us. Are we safe to do this? Because literally 800 years, we have never done this at this level of consciousness before. And 800 years, when Jupiter conjuncted Saturn, the Magna Carta was signed. And that was the release from the king. So that is huge.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. It's a big time. It's a big time right now.
It is, and no one really knows. And we can feel this excitement because Uranus energy is real. It's the energy of electricity. And how many of you feel like a lot of electricity in your being? Right. You know, but yet you can't figure out how to work with that. It's like, okay, am I supposed to move? Well, movement might be exactly how to work with this energy. Moving, physically moving, whether you do yoga, whether you do, I love weight training. I also love martial arts. I hold a 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo. There's nothing like kicking a bag or kicking something when you feel frustrated. And, or walking in nature, being in nature. Nature has never gone in separation. And if you are in a place where you can't really walk it, virtually walk with it. Pull up a video of beautiful nature, the redwood trees, the beautiful forests or mountains or oceans, wherever you are led, and just connect in with that energy. That will really assist you. So like unplugging more than anything, this energy may feel like you're going to miss out if you don't do this, and this. I know there's a lot of offerings online. Do this activation, do this. It might not be any of those. It might just be, okay, I'm unplugging. I'm going to rest. You may be guided to take a nap, literally because of the downloads that are coming in that your conscious mind needs to be out of the way of. I don't know, that's just really coming through right now.
Yeah.
Really listen to your guidance, your heart, your omnipresent, your I am alignment as to where you are to be and doing what. And sometimes less is more. And what's that saying? Do nothing and allow all to be done, or something in that order. It's not about working harder. It's about letting go and aligning and beginning to attract. Because literally the galactic center is the great attractor. And so is this Jupiter, and in Aquarius, the new moon, the Sagittarian energy ruled by Jupiter. I mean, this is like amazing. You've incarnated at this auspicious time for a reason. So you may not know what that is.
Right.
First of all, let go of what it is. Because the more we let go of it, the more we get ideas of what it might be. And what it is you're here. You are a light. You are lighting up the planet wherever you are right now, just by being. It's not so much about doing, it's being. So many times we have to get out of our own way, and the left brain that tells us that we should. Okay, that's a Capricorn word, should. What we should be doing. Okay, so you can let go all of the shoulds or the have tos or any of that. Just be aware of as they come up right now, as we're in the last remnants of that Capricorn energy with Saturn and Jupiter. Okay, there may be a struggle with that Saturn and that Jupiter, both in Aquarius, because literally this is very Star Trek-y. We are going where we've never gone before.
Right. Awesome. But, going where we've never gone before, but going with the energy of, expansiveness, of empowerment, of gratitude and appreciation, not fear.
Yes. It will, however, it will bring up fear.
Yeah. Because
anytime we move out of our comfort zone, which is what we're doing right now, microcosmically and macrocosmically, it will flush fear to the surface. It's coming up to clear. But if you can focus instead on the beautiful light that is your own I am presence, your soul, pushing that forward, And then feeling that Uranus energy, which feels that like that cheerleading, your star nations, the beings where you are incarnated multidimensionally on other planets, or as an incarnation as an ascended master, that those streams of identity can come in. You're going to have like a cheering squad. You're going to feel that more palpably with this Jupiter and then Saturn energy in Aquarius. That is really, I mean, Uranus is all of that. Uranus is the age of Aquarius. You can hear that song, the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Well, literally, we brought that in. We actually connected with that on 2012, 12/21/12. Okay. However, we are literally anchoring this in form. The physical is the last place because it's the most dense. The physical literally is trapped light. And so we created a foundation of that all of 2020 because that's the 22 vibration, the master builder, the master number. And so we laid a foundation, all of the stellium of planets in Earth signs, we've laid that foundation. And so now we're really getting to lift off, to launch off, to feel like spaceship Earth, somewhat. So many of us may be bringing in new skill sets that the key is fitting into the lock right now, that we have mastered on these other timelines. Really, that's going to be coming in. So this is amazing.
Good, awesome. I like it. You know, it's like it is a positive time if we can get out of our head and get out of the story, right?
Yes.
I think it's a very expansive time if we can get out of that, the old beliefs and old patterns.
Yes, that's the key. And it is a process. Realize that is your process. And this is the first time this has really happened in the physical body as what we're connecting in with right now, with everything as it is aligned together. So the fear may be coming up around Chiron. Chiron stationed direct yesterday, and that's the wounded healer. Okay, that deepest wound. And Chiron actually is a centaur, which is interesting because that's a sign of the Sagittarian energy. And Chiron actually had a physical lifetime and actually taught, was a master at healing others, but then really had to struggle with his own wound. And so he became a great being with healing with others. So we have the opportunity right now to really look at that deepest wound that's coming up. And being in Aries, I got to find my notes here because I wrote a whole bunch of notes that just stood out today. Here it is. Yeah, I got really excited as I was sitting in front of my space heater, shivering because I have no heat.
Oh dear.
I thought, wow, this is such a metaphor. And right before I go on this call, it's going to be on. And sure enough, I thought, wow, this is very, and by the way, the moon is in Aquarius right now. So how perfect is this? So everyone has that
every day because it's like, it's so wonderful how you can bring the positive into everything, even though when my life's going to shit at the moment, but you're like, this is wonderful. This is great. It's like, oh, awesome. I'm going to tap into that energy and keep that going.
Yes, especially with this new moon, because all we have to do at a new moon is trust.
Yeah.
Trust. And then interesting enough, just a note on that, the first quarter begins on the 21st at, 5:41 p.m. Central Time. So that's when the moon shifts into the first quarter. So what does that symbolize? How do I work with that? That's a take action of whatever you planted right now. Whatever you planted, it's taking an action, whether it's the smallest little bit of a step forward. It can be doing research on the internet. It could be calling somebody. It could be writing in your journal more about what you're receiving. It could be doing a card reading. Whatever little step, the universe will really, really open to support that, especially with Jupiter there. And literally on and I want to talk about Chiron, but I just want to say this while this is coming in. There's so much energy coming in. Right after the first few hours of the solstice, which actually begins with the sun entering Capricorn. That starts at 4:02 Central Standard Time AM, 4:02 AM. Right, just a few hours after that, we have that conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn at 1 degree of Aquarius. So that's the new energy coming in. So that is really, really huge. So actually, Saturn enters tonight at 11:04 p.m. Central Time, or if you're in Eastern Time, 12:04 Eastern Time, Saturn enters Aquarius. And then we have on Saturday, we have Jupiter entering Aquarius. So like I said, you're already feeling this. The Chiron station direct, and the stations lead to pivotal events triggering change in us. Okay, but it may feel like a healing crisis, which is kind of like around you, Alara, and it'd be really interesting to look at your husband's chart to see what is going on with him, because it can be a physical issue. It can be, although it feels like there's a deeper journey through this. And if you can hold space for him for that adventure, that deeper, I know you are, but we're all going to help you in holding that space, right? You guys help her hold that space for him, and for that deeper, there's a pony in there somewhere, this expansive energy.
Exactly.
And then I'm seeing a quantum jump too. Like, okay, this may be like if XYZ plays out on this path, but we have all these other paths we can jump on. So that
anything is possible. That's the energy that I'm getting for this time, is like anything is possible, right? And it's about, not focusing on necessarily in the past what you wanted, but like, okay, what else is possible now? Like, really, anything is possible. Where do you want to put your focus on, is what I'm getting for the new energy coming in. And more about being service, right? Service to yourself, service to your community, service to humanity, service to the planet.
Yes, well, that's what's actually dematerializing, is what we're going to see falling away with all of this really quickly, is all of the service to self vibration. Those that have just been in it for themselves, whether it's corporations, whether it's structures, we're seeing the collapse of that. The foundation for that got laid this year, but we're literally going to see that. So this Uranus energy literally is a quantum leap. But this Chiron, the reason I'm really excited about this is Chiron is a 50-year cycle, and it speaks to welcome the discomfort. So the more we can lean into that shift, it's triggering the link. It's literally a key. If you look at Chiron, it looks like a key. It's like a little circle with a rod pointing upward, and then it looks like a K with a key, a circle below it. So it's like a key that fits into the lock for looking at our greatest wound. And because this is in Aries, which is the initiating first sign of the zodiac, initiating fire, it can feel really about where we've given our power away, where we felt ashamed, broken, and inadequate, where we didn't have the right to be ourselves. Okay, all about sovereignty. So we are able, quantum leap into sovereignty is what this whole conjunction with Chiron stationing direct is all about. But you will have wounds about those old stories, whether it was something told to you as a child. Now, yesterday, the awareness came surfacing for me, and I'll just share this because many times people think that because we're on summits that, we have everything all figured out. Well, nothing could be further from the truth.
Yeah.
Because yesterday, not only did the furnace go on, but I came into the energy of, I heard the words, and I was talking with a dear friend of mine who happens to be an astrologer friend, and I was saying, oh my goodness, like this Uranus energy, I have Uranus in the first house, which makes me very Aquarian, even though I'm Leo. And that's been an interesting dichotomy too, with balancing opposing energies, because Leo and Aquarius are opposites. And so we find the balance between both. But what came up is about expression in the throat center. And I remember hearing my father telling me, I was the oldest of 5 children. He told me that your mouth is going to get you in trouble.
Oh, wow.
And that came surfacing in, like, what is my greatest wound? Talk about Chiron and the key fitting in the lock and lighting that up. But I could feel the emotional charge of that. Like, I hadn't shifted that fully. And it's always like, okay, I can't really express who I am. And I've gone back and forth. And, yes, I do. However, there's always a part of me that felt like, oh, I could have said this and this and this. And it was always around authority, like whether I was being chewed out by a boss who didn't like my Uranus in the first house, my inner weird, kind of blurting things out.
Yeah.
Because Uranus is stock energy. But that came to my awareness, and I thought, okay, time to reframe that. That's a wonderful new moon wish that no longer serves me anymore. But the point is, we all have had this where we shut our authenticity down.
Yeah, for sure.
And so this Chiron right now, and we're gonna integrate this in our activation at the end. So please do stay to the end, because we're going to work with these energies and how we can harness these and quantum leap into these, so we really get that support. But it's time for you to be authentic, authentic in who you are, and that's not about being nice.
No, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. So Kim, I just wanted to let you know that there are some questions and people with their hand raised as well. Did you want to take some questions?
Oh, beautiful. I love it.
Okay, cool. Because I wasn't sure, how much more you wanted to share about that, or
I think we're pretty good. I could share a lot with it, but we're pretty good with that. It's one of my favorite things is working with the energies of the cosmos, and astrology is really beautiful with that. So yes, I'd love to take questions and offer mini processes.
Awesome.
So and I just wanted to say one more thing. One more thing. I'm going to suggest that, and I did set this up energetically before through my I Am Presence that came in, that whoever is on the call, it's for everyone. So because that's another piece of Chiron, is that it shifts into what's going on with you to the collective consciousness. So there is no such thing as personal work. Whatever piece you do and shift, it's for everyone.
Awesome.
So this will be for all of us.
Good. Okay. Thank you. All right. So you can raise your hand, or you can write your question in the chat. We already have some hands raised and some questions. So we're going to go to Marianne first. Marianne, you want to unmute yourself? Hello. Hi. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, hi. You're going to have to speak up, though. I can't hear you very well.
Okay. Just turn the volume up a little bit. Okay, so for me, I'm just listening about, what's my next step, and I'm kind of concerned about speaking up in terms of helping my people, and because it kind of feels unsafe to do so.
All right, so Kim, I know we just talked about that briefly, and of course that's going to be part of the activation, but is there anything you have for Marianne?
For helping, okay, so what stood out when you were saying that, helping your people, the best way that you can help is by centering and aligning yourself and working with yourself. In other words, shifting incongruent patterns, what's coming up, because you are emanating more light. You are the way shower, and your diamond light connects with, if you look at that flower of life pattern, connects with everyone you're connected with, whether it's through your DNA, whether it's through your awareness. Everyone, you're quantum entangled with everyone you're connected with, whether it's the person at the gas station, down the road, grocery store, etc. So that's how you're going to really assist and serve. And when you started talking, I heard about not making it so difficult. Okay, not trying to figure it all out. Where we are going right now, literally, our 3D, 4D mind cannot track. And so, Aquarian energy is about really embracing that weirdness. And you're having a free ticket, a free ride to do so. So whatever you feel like doing that might feel weird, do it. And you will find those around you will start to respond to that energy. But if you start to go into worry about someone, worry is actually creating more of what you don't want. It's literally leading, and I know it's challenging sometimes, but that's fear, and shifting that right away, whether it's worry for something of yourself or worrying about others. It's creating or asking to create more fear around what you don't want. It actually literally weighs that other person down. So I didn't catch what you had said in the beginning. Something about
She was trying to figure out what the next step is, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard, the first thing I heard was get out of your own way. I don't know if that resonates. Like, it's kind of like how you think you should be doing things, and then go deeper, drop deeper into that heart and let go and change it up. Do something unconventional. That's another Aquarian word. I love it that we're in the moon of Aquarius today. Something that you wouldn't do normally. Like whether you don't dance, maybe dance. Or it can be 5 minutes of something that you wouldn't normally do. Because what you're going to do is create a new neural pathway, literally, in your brain. And you're going to shift things with that. You're going to bring in new energy with that. And a new moon wish, harness this energy of the new moon. I'm grateful to be guided. And I would write it down, because when we write new moon wishes down versus just typing them, we're literally using the energy of Sanskrit, and we're using both sides of the brain, the objective, subjective, male, female energy. And I'm grateful to be guided, to be shown what is my next step, easily and in grace and in joy. I'm hearing joy, bringing in joy. Connecting in with joy right now. Just right now, just connect in with joy. Just drop in your heart, let go. Let all that other stuff, all that other, I should be doing this, and then all that other Capricorn energy that wants to shift, just move that out right now. Just take a deep breath right through that heart and just bring in joy. Just align with the joy that's there. Okay, so I can feel some ancestral stuff in the back of the heart field. Just let that go. And there's a lot about ancestors really coming up too, because so collective consciousness is in the lower realms of the fourth dimension right now, okay, which is the fight for your mind. So it's really about cleaning up our mind and what we're consciously aware of or thinking of, and changing that up. Okay, so a lot of the ancestors have not shifted or crossed into the fifth dimension and beyond. Many of them are still hanging out in the fourth. So I've had a lot of sessions with people where their ancestors literally had the choice and had the abilities to transition and move into that 5D evolutionary space. Because the ascension process is all of creation is moving out, moving up. And it's the pets, everything, even the ascended masters, all beings. It's an evolutionary leap. So just let that fall away right now. Just let that harmonize and balance, bringing in that joy and letting that wounded peace, because some of this is ancestral wounding. Ooh. Okay, sound tone coming in here. I'm actually using a crystalline right now. I'm seeing a crystalline coming in, which is actually a self-healed crystalline. Just take a deep breath. Okay, roll your shoulders up and back. Ooh. Okay, just integrating that. So what are you noticing, Marianne? What are you feeling right now?
Just at the back of my neck, there's something, and when you first started talking during this phone call, I was feeling a lot of tears. And
Beautiful.
I've been helping my nephew lately. He's not been doing too well, and so he's getting better, and happy about that. And not in a relationship, and I woke up to a dream where I had offers, and so that was interesting. And I also received a letter to deal with some issues with my tribe, and so I'm kind of apprehensive about dealing with that. And
Okay, so apprehension is fear. So, yeah, so what I would do with that is just dropping into the heart and asking for guidance with that. You know, whether it is in alignment with your journey to, you know, for whatever opportunity it is, and this is for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
so this is still going to process for Mariana and for all of us, you know, the tone frequency that you just brought in, plus all the other information, right?
Yes. Yes. So I'm seeing a lot of clearing right now. I'm seeing a lot of limitations. So we're just going to assist out. This is for everyone through the grids. We welcome all limitation, all negative energy, all entities, all contractive energy. We welcome you from within the divine of our being. Take a deep breath. You are healed and forgiven, lifted and enlightened. You are surrounded and filled with the Christ love and the Christ light. You are free from the earth's vibration. We ask the beautiful many to take you to your right perfect place. Go in love, go in peace. You are healed, forgiven, lifted, and enlightened. Okay, I'm feeling Kuan Yin's presence coming in here. Just seeing this lift from the grids. Wherever you are, we're also going to bring in some harmonizing for your all spaces connected with you, your space around your home, your workplace, your vehicle, bringing the grids to where they need to be right now, recalibrating. Okay, releasing. Okay, sound tone for assisting here. Seeing a beautiful golden spiral coming in. Looks like the Christmas sparklies. It's just coming in very like flecks of gold. That's what it looks like right now. I'm seeing that coming right through this central column. This is for all of you. Just hold your spine really straight. Feels like a Christmas present. So what are you feeling at the back of your neck? Something really shifted there. Are you noticing that? What are you noticing, Marianne? And this is for everyone.
it's clearing. It felt like a circle, maybe opening something, and then I felt that gold flux coming in. And
good.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then I was also thinking about the ancestors, and the thought that came in around the ancestors was around the smallpox epidemic, and how this new vaccination is bringing up fears around that.
Understandable. And I think we're going to talk about the ancestors a little bit too, right, Kim?
Yes. Well, it was mainly the piece that, yes, as it surfaces, as it shows up.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Because we are continuing from where they have left off, because the energy is very different right now. We are literally the forerunners of that. And as I mentioned before, all of the ancestors are shifting, or not all of them, the ones that are ready. There are some that are, you know, it's a process, just like people are awakening at the right timing. It's all included. But there are ancestors now that can really, really cross over in the way that the 5D and beyond, fifth dimension and beyond.
Awesome.
Where a lot of them are hanging out still in the fourth dimension. And it might be higher levels of the fourth dimension, which are really beautiful, of course, but it's still subject to duality, and where you go into the fifth and beyond, it's unity, unified field.
Yeah.
And so they have that opportunity right now. And it's happening through our awareness. They're learning through our eyes. They're watching us. However, we have to really have boundaries in place that, and I'm seeing Chiron here, sometimes that wounded healer or wounded piece with you can be ancestral, you know, and different contracts that your soul agreed for. Well, we have, we can shift those right now. We don't have to be connected, and this is through the DNA. We don't have to be stymied or limited by any kind of soul contracts. We can shift those.
Awesome.
And so a lot of the work in private sessions that I've been doing with people, this has been showing up. This and a lot of Atlantis old stuff, like, whoa, it's just really interesting.
Awesome. Good. So thank you, Marianne, for that. There was a lot of processing going on. Thank you.
And that's going to continue for you, Marianne, for 3 days, and for all of you, for that, just that process alone. There's going to be more continuing with that, whatever came in for Marianne, and it was for everyone.
Okay, good. Thank you. Good. All right, we're going to go to Stella. Stella, you want to unmute yourself? And I'm just going to say, please, you know, have a specific question, not what's my path, what's my purpose, this, you know, this is my star sign or this sign or whatever. No, have something specific in mind, because I want you to have, you know, have it be beneficial.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Stella.
How are you?
Hello.
Good. What's your question for Kim?
The question for me is, I would like to know, I've been feeling very tired, and I would like to have my spiritual guides. Do I have any spiritual guides, and how am I doing with the energy?
Well, we all have spiritual guides, if that's your question.
I know, no. What do they have to say? Is there any specific message for me for my guides?
Okay, so I'm going to clarify that. So we started talking about your energy. Your energy is low. So if you want a message from your guides about why your energy is low, that's fine. But we're not doing general guide messages. Kim, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. Well, okay, your energy being low. Remember, part of it could be this new moon time right now, because it is a lower. It is kind of a lower energy period because there is no moon, there's no light in the sky that way. Plus, because of the shadow energies of Capricorn leaving, that may be bringing up a lot for you. You may be just being guided to take more rest. I don't know what you're doing rest-wise, but what's coming to mind is what you can do proactively is, and this is what's coming through the team, is taking Epsom salt baths, taking time for yourself, nurturing yourself, going into nature, and also watching your thought processes. And do you journal at all? I'm seeing you journaling, like some of these questions that you would have. What is my message from my I am presence? And rather than guides, I would suggest, well, everyone has guides. However, I do not work with guides per se. I work through my I am presence. This is different from a guide in the way that your I am presence is your embodied divine higher self. Okay, and in that bandwidth, it's like your computer firewall. In that bandwidth are many beings that would work through that frequency. The I am is 9th dimension and beyond. And so you're going to be getting really pure unified field energy with that, and not just the energy that can take you into something where you may not want to go. It may not, okay, because there can be a lot of and this is a time for discernment. There can be a lot of so-called guides that can lead you into other place and say that they're this master or not this master, and their frequency may be very low. So working with your I am present, and literally, I have a PDF on my website, which is part of my special offer package that I'll get into in a bit, talking about working with that I am present, being I am fully embodied. Like even making that statement and breathing and focusing in your heart, you're starting to align with that I am present. And that is how you direct that divine energy in form. And that is really important, to embody this. That's what we're here to do. That is what the ascension process is. So even if you don't feel that way, working toward that.
So Kim, I know somebody else had mentioned, I think Brenda or Deborah or somebody, I think Deborah mentioned that she's also been really tired, and I think it is because of the new moon energies. But can you bring us in a tone or frequency to give us a little bit more energy, to give us a little boost?
Energy. Okay. All right. So focusing on your feet, opening up those release valves, also the back of the heart field. Okay, just take a deep breath and just connecting in with vitality. Ooh, I'm seeing the hara, your hara area, right between the sacral and the solar plexus chakra. Just seeing that right now. Ooh, I'm seeing red jasper coming in. So we're just gonna, I'm seeing the crystallines coming in, crystallines, seeing the DNA, third strand DNA, second strand DNA. I'm seeing fire, the energy of fire, like a pilot light being lit. This is all information. So is this really what I'm seeing? It's information. So it's useful information coming in. Okay, so let me just see what the tone might be for this. I'm feeling selenite. Wow, I saw the hara line. You know when like somebody lights a fire and then it like a domino effect, it goes around the whole ring. That's what I saw right now coming in. I also saw the soul star, which is a light body center above the crown chakra, lighting up, coming in crown chakra and then through the central column. Okay, also down below, feeling your feet actually touching the diamond crystalline heart of Gaia. Seeing that coming in, and I'm seeing Gaia sending her beautiful pulse wave. I'm seeing Solaris, golden energy coming right up through the feet into the chi meridian. It's actually going through the earth star as well. And it's coming right up through. Vitality, energy, harmony, letting go of all of that incongruent heaviness.
Good, awesome, thank you.
What are you feeling? What are you noticing? I'm just curious to what you're noticing, and I would really love to hear anybody's processes.
I felt more relaxed, a little bit more energy. I really a person that never feel anything. You know what I mean? Like when you meditate and when you go, I don't feel or see anything. Here lately, maybe I see some colors, but I had never experienced when I go in a meditation or imagine that you walking in this. I can't imagine anything. I don't have an imagination to see anything.
Okay, well,
a lot of people say, my friends, they can see it, and they see the light, and they see this light going down their head. I don't see a thing.
Well, okay, so change the word see to perceive.
Yeah, perceive.
Because I'm perceiving, the way that you perceive. And for part of you, I do get there's some childhood things where you have limitations where that has kind of, I'm hearing the word drummed out of you. Whether that literally happened that way or not, it's beside the point. But also coming back more fully in your body. Now your voice has changed. Do you feel that? Did you hear that, Alara? How
Yeah.
her voice shifted?
Yeah.
So you're more in your body. If you're not fully in your body, many times you're not going to perceive as greatly. So working with grounding.
Grounding, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but you may want to look at a process, because I do see some childhood processes that are there. So again, that will also assist you, especially in this time. This is a really powerful time to do some deep work. So, you know, if you feel led, I do very deep transformational processes with people. I have my Saturn in Scorpio in the 5th house. So I dive very deep with people. And a lot of what might be why you're not in your body or what's in childhood may surface. And then what happens when that shifts is more of your divine I am presence, your higher self embodies in your physical vehicle. And we start to emanate that. You start to look younger, more vital, vibrant, and you light up everywhere, everywhere you go.
Yeah, so it's really important to be grounded and to be in the body for sure. So I think we lost Stella, but thank you, Stella, for that question. Thank you. We're just going to go to Jen, Jennifer Green, Jen, and Jen is saying, I'm feeling like, or I want to focus on inner peace, but at the same time, Saturn is in my 1st house and I'm working on expanding my business. Can you help me to understand this polarity or what I should focus on?
Okay, well, that's interesting. Saturn in your 1st house. Your 1st house is you, your personality. So Saturn is about living your dharma, that you live toward your highest truth, what you're here to do, and what the higher authority is. Saturn's also the business planet. It's how to manage these vibrations and these energy, how to manage the joy. So what I'm first being led to tell you is to follow your joy first. What brings you joy about what you want to create as far as business or other things? What lights you up about that? And really tap into that. And then using the energy of Saturn to manage that, to create a methodology for that, to organize that, because that is what Saturn's really good at. And remember that Saturn is first about living to your divine authority. And it will tap you on the shoulder, sometimes a cosmic 2x4 upside the head if you're not. Saturn's got a bad rap. If you learn how to harness the energy, you can actually go into meditation and connect, because the planets don't do anything to us. We are the planets. They activate that which is already there. You can actually go into meditation or an activation to connect in with Saturn through your I am present. And how do I play with you? How do I work with you in the highest way? Show me how. I choose to let all limitation go with that and make it really playful. And then act on it. That might be a really good new moon wish. I'm grateful to be guided how to engage Saturn in my 1st house in relation to my business.
Perfect. There you go, Jen. I think, you know, that was a great question and a great answer. So I would continue. I would continue focusing on the business, but from what feels right for you. Again, you have sovereign power. It's all your choice, right? And, you know, your business is all about being of service. So as long as that feels good to you, right? So,
yes. The word business, does that feel busyness? Does that feel kind of heavy to you? It's almost like shifting that word, shifting in how can I take my gifts into service to others?
Yeah.
And focus on the service to others, because as you give, you receive. That's a universal law. Take the focus off of, okay, what's in my bank account? What's this? How is this? What's going to come back to me? Because that will stop the flow quicker than anything. I know it's a dichotomy there, and it's letting go of that. And as the more I serve, the more I receive. It's a circle. It's a cycle. And seeing that, and I'm seeing a flower of life with that too. The geometries that are coming in. Whew.
Good. Cool. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
All right. So I know I missed Caroline's question way back when. So Caroline was asking, how many times do we have to say and feel and think what we want to create? And are we creating what we want, or what is for our highest, not knowing what we're creating?
Okay, that's a really good question, because I'm hearing you, all possibilities exist, but which ones serve me? Which ones are the highest good for me? Well, when you first align with your I am present, all things are in alignment with that. When you state, I am fully embodied, I am aligned with Gaia and fully connected 24/7 to my own divine source and guidance. I connect in with all possibility potential in alignment with my I am present. Okay, so that connects you right into that 0 point that's in alignment. And then what happens in your life is getting out of your own way and connecting in with the energy that translates as, before you have asked, I have answered. You will start to bring in that faculty, that synchronicity in your life. Okay, like case in point, you need a new furnace. Okay, rather than coming from the coffers are empty, Spirit brought something in for you that can sustain that, and then, oh, lo and behold, before you have asked, I've answered. You know, things like that, that when you align with that, magic occurs in your life. It's getting out of the way. And when I first heard your question, it felt like, okay, how many times do I have to do this? And they're like, there's a heaviness.
Yeah, and
Let go of
frustration.
all that.
Frustration energy.
Yeah, let go of all that. Create a new moon drawing, create a new moon, get playful with it. Arrange things that would be really joyful for you, whether if you have crystals or maybe plants in your house or furniture that can really speak to how the energy wants to flow right now. Where's the opening? How can I play with this energy? Make it playful. That's the Leo energy, the energy of the heart. And then the Aries energy, that because we have Mars and Aries traveling forward now. That is the initiating energy, the initiating fire energy. And Chiron just went direct in Aries. All how to play with it, how to initiate something. That's the fire starter. So get playful with that fire starting. And not make it another chore, because we don't need any of those anymore. We've had those to that nth degree.
And it's not a should, I should do this, I shouldn't do that, but it's, you know, I don't know. I can definitely sense the frustration, and I totally get it, you know, but at the same time, you know, it's a different time now. It's a different energy now that we're moving into.
Yeah. Let's shift that frustration. I can hear a sound tone coming in, and this is a selenite shift. Selenite is coming in on this. Selenite is a beautiful connector for all of the energy centers. I'm also feeling blue kyanite coming in here. Also feeling Arcturian energy. Let's shift all of this up. Ooh, I'm seeing bubbles pop. Open that throat center, tapping on the throat, bringing it to less tight. There we go. Felt the third eye really activate with that as well. Ooh.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Caroline. So, Melissa, you've written so many questions in the chat. I don't know what to ask. So if you want to ask a question, write something short and sweet, and I'll ask it after I ask Devki's question. So Devki was asking, I have pain in my heart. So why is this? How can I release it? I like the, how can I release it? You know, the why is this is not really productive, but how can she release it?
Okay, so is this just during the call, or because what's happening, I'm sensing your heart is opening more and it's bumping up against to these structures of where you are not. Okay, I'm seeing ancestral piece, I'm seeing heart wounding. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't think it's just from this call.
Yeah, okay. I'm seeing timelines here. Other timelines. I'm feeling childhood, but other timelines. Whoa, tapping into that. Okay, let's see where that is. all the energy. Let's just connect in with that. Just observing it, just dropping into your heart, engaging your I am presence around you, has your back, just lean back into your I am presence. Oh, their timeline. Wow, just feeling a deep wounding betrayal. So we're just going to see that, just seeing that being shifted. Wow, feeling a lot coming in the left side. The Alta Major. Change. Okay. Change. Wow, feeling a lot in the emotional body. Physical, emotional patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns right now. There's more behind this right now, but for a quick mini process sake. Change. Wow, I just felt like my back of my heart chakra as I track this is really itchy right now. I'm just feeling this really itching. Okay, feeling seeing a lot of entanglement, seeing cords just right through this. Wow, they're like being pulled out, and I'm seeing the mantis beings coming in right now. There's mantis beings that come in through my I am collective, and they're 7th to 9th dimension beings. And there's like 3 that do the work and 4 an overseer, and I'm seeing them right now, and they're wonderful interprocessary. They work intermediaries between the physical as technology and the divine, the 7th dimension, and then beyond. I'm seeing that right now. Whoa. Okay, moving all guilt. I'm seeing first chakra, a lot of guilt patterns. This is for everyone. I'm seeing a lot of guilt over what has occurred, that you were somehow responsible. Just connecting in with that, letting go of that, opening up the centers in the feet, just releasing all of that. Seeing a lot of activity at the DNA. Whew. And I'm seeing angel aura quartz coming right through your central column here. Also seeing a lot of angelic energy. I'm actually hearing angels, like just angelic choirs just right now. That's what it sounds like. Okay, change. Okay, so if you could just type in what you're noticing right now. And Laura, what are you noticing as you're tracking this?
Yeah, so I was actually feeling a lot of energy, in the front of my brow on the right-hand side, but it started off in the back, and when you were talking about like the selenite and the celestite, and that could have been before, but when you're talking about all of those and the angel aura, I felt a lot of activity in my field, so my heart chakra at the back, there's a little bit of like a pulling, a tugging sensation right now, as you were talking about the guilt, especially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's being moved out. Okay, so just allow your omnipresent, your portal, your stargate to omnipresent. Just allow it to gently open where it's ready to do for you. This is a process. I'm seeing like an hourglass, like a timed release process. So you will go through a process of releasing and then opening more, expanding more, and then releasing more, expanding. And this is a process because if it were to open up really quickly, it would be just too much. So it's always what is in harmony with our being in a physical body, physical vehicle. So it's kind of like the avalanche respect, like once that snowball starts down the mountain, it starts to create an avalanche effect. So it will gain momentum. So just be gentle with yourself. I would suggest taking an Epsom salt bath and let me know what you're noticing. If you could type in, or you'll need to get on the call.
That'd be cool.
Beautiful.
But of course, that's
Thank you,
always
Keith.
big. Anytime there's, wounding in the heart or any releasing in the heart, it's always, a little bit intense. So just be gentle with yourself too. All right, so we're going to take the last question from Melissa. So Melissa, she said, how do I get out of chaos and survival mode right now? And if I just start doing my healing work again, will all this struggle subside?
Oh, that's an interesting question. What do you get with that, Melissa? Ask yourself that question. Just focus that in your heart with your I am present. Like, because I'm hearing you say, okay, I want guarantees that if I really go into this, that this will help. Like, it didn't help before, but will it help now?
Exactly.
Well, first of all, see your root chakra really. Let's just connect in with that. Okay. Whoa. Oh, wow. I'm feeling a lot of sadness, emotion. I'm seeing the root chakra actually move over to the right. Feels like male energy.
Just stay. I'm just going to say, Melissa, stay out of your head right now. Okay. Just stay with the process and stay out of your head. Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot of male energy wounding. I'm feeling this in the solar, sacral chakra. Okay. Just be willing to look at that and just be willing to take a step. That's a beautiful new moon wish. We're just going to look at that. The chaos is actually what's waking you up. So that's a good thing. We're just going to allow and ask for alignment and allowing whatever is in your way. I'm feeling a lot of adrenaline going on right now. Adrenal glands, just bringing some balance for that. The fight or flight. And I'm feeling a flower essence pennyroyal coming in for you. Tree Frog Farm essences, very high frequency because she uses crystallines. Seeing pennyroyal coming in right now. Seeing starflower, multidimensional. Feeling that anchoring down in. Let's open up that root chakra. Tailbone. Okay. There's more to this than, what can be just a quick process here, but this is a start.
Yeah.
Seeing a torsion field at your, okay, let's come back in your body too, because I'm seeing your root chakra and I'm seeing the earth right below your root chakra. So it's almost like I'm out of here. It's too intense. I'm out of here. So let's come back in your body. It's okay. I can see you. I have you by the hand. We're just going to come back in. Gaia's ready to give you a big hug. Ooh. Just seeing a lot of pink around you, pink rose quartz, cobalto calcite, rhodonite, just beautiful pink crystalline. Assisting you, with you right now, morganite. Whoa. Gentle, gentle, just moving, dropping right down. Okay, it's okay. Let yourself just be okay with whatever you're experiencing. You may do some releasing with this. I'm seeing a lot of emotional body blockages at that root chakra. So getting in an Epsom salt bath, lighting candles, and connecting in with your I am presence and allowing yourself to release. And you may also be led to do a deeper process. Yeah, there we go. It's like nothing changes until something moves. And the dynamic energy of the universe is moving. And this Aquarian energy is fast moving. It's like, it's sudden upheaval. It can be upheaval. So that chaotic energy can be part of this Uranus energy, this Aquarian energy, wanting to shift these patterns. Because at all times, we are in a state of wanting to achieve wholeness. And that's what Chiron does too. It wants wholeness. And our bodies literally know how to heal itself. There is even no need for a vaccine, because what frequency, what virus can withstand the high energy of who you are embodied with your I am present? There's not a resonance there. You see what I'm saying? Bringing your frequency up slowly and gently. So just, what are you noticing, Marianne? This is for everyone. Mhm.
Yeah. Melissa, what are you noticing?
Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Melissa.
Yeah, type it in the chat. Just let us know what you're noticing. And I just, while Melissa writes it in the chat, Devki was saying that the heart process that we just did before, it was bringing up lots of emotions, sadness, anxiety, and loss. So just allow that to go through, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's coming up to clear.
Yeah.
All you have to do is trust, and that can be a really good new moon wish if any of you are having processes such as these. Remember, as I'm going back to that Saturn energy, that Capricorn, it's that last bit of resonance and remnants of that shadow is what this is bringing up.
Yeah.
So remember, it's stationing to move into Saturn and Jupiter, are stationing out of Capricorn to enter into Aquarius. And it's very loud, especially Saturn today, because we're within hours of that. So Saturn is like, okay, whatever needs to shift, living your Dharma, whatever you're here to really bring through and let go of all of who you are not is going to be up right now. That's the shadow. It's not who you are.
Good. Let it come up and out.
Yep. It's just coming up to clear. Often we want to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, exactly.
We've learned that. We've learned that process. We've watched our parents do that, or our ancestors.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at that, or I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many times have we said that? I'm out of here. I'm done. Yeah.
Yep. Take me off. Take me away.
Take me away. Yeah, exactly.
We're not going anywhere. And we're not going anywhere. We're not being let off, into ships. I mean, we might have experience where we connect in with our soul tribes. I mean, I've had some unique experiences where I was at a stop sign just going about my day in a mundane time, and I saw myself above in a ship. So many of us are in starships. So, but it's not about, we're not getting out of here like the ascension process, like some are saying. No, we're literally shifting here. We and Gaia we are here in co-creative energy with Gaia.
Yeah. So we're here for the long haul, people.
Yeah.
All right. So Melissa's, we'll write in when she can. But in the meantime, do you want to talk about there she goes. Melissa says, huge emotional response and feel more balanced now. Good. Still living in a tent, freezing, etc. And I felt so much from the pink minerals, really connected to earth and nature. Thank you so much. Oh, good. Awesome.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to continue, Melissa, for 4 days for everyone that had remnants or resonances with this, because it's not just you, it's many on the call. And then there are many joining us right now in the quantum field and ancestors that are also gaining from this and benefiting.
Good.
So,
awesome.
Yes.
Good. Sure. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the special offer. It's it's available at alara.at/show/Kim9. I'm going to put the link in the chat here. And if you're on the live page, you can just click on special offer. Okay, so there we go. Awesome. So Kim, there's 9 MP3s in package A, as well as some PDFs. And then package B is package B is the standalone session, and the new moon and full moon recordings, I think, right? Yeah.
Well, the bonus, the activations that I offer, it's yes, a whole cycle of an activational process. So then you can do like a full moon of one and then a new moon of another, or it's really beneficial if you do a cycle. So that's the bonus. That includes all of package A. So this is really interesting because we're actually in this now. I'm a new decade of activating superpowers. Literally, that's what's coming in with this Aquarian energy. So this package will really assist you with that. And if you end up choosing package B with a session, it will actually complement the session. So these MP3s are not just something that you just engage with one time. Every time you work with them or you engage with them, you continue where you've left off. So they're consciousness shifting, they're ascension supportive. Really bringing in the frequencies also will help you connect and align with your I am presence. So there's quite a few. This is like an experience-based class course and raising your frequency. So you can do them in a row the way they are set up, or you can pick and choose. However, one of the ones that, the first one, the pranayama, the breath work, and the crystal bowls actually set the whole energy up for you to receive, because these are working with the breath, which is the life force, the fire in the hara, the primal light in the pilot light in the furnace, so to speak, the crystalline grids, etc. That will actually help. And then the crystalline bowls are 432 hertz. They have the vibration of the crystallines, which literally we are moving into the crystalline vibration. And that's one of the things that we are experiencing with the connection with the galactic center, which actually happens on Saturday, the true alignment. Literally, it lights up the liquid crystals within our being. So we're changing our DNA literally from carbon-based to crystalline. And that's why we're having a lot of these healing processes, these quirky little detoxing experiences. So these really support these MP3s. So that is the first one, pranayama. The next activation, and holographic activations are not meditations. They feel like meditations, but they're not. It's actually, when I create these, I align with my I am present, and I'm given some idea, but then it's just really unique to who. It's always tailored and calibrated to who's ever on the call, who's ever going to be listening to them, because divine knows, whether beings in the quantum field, ancestors, etc. And it's calibrated for those beings, for the consciousness of them. And it's entering the 0-point quantum field of possibility, potential, in alignment with your I am present. Again, all possibilities exist, but some of them are useful and some of them are not. So we want what is tailored for us and unique to our mission and why we incarnated. So it really connects with you individually that way. And so do not try and get your 3D, 4D mind around that, because you just can't. So listen with every cell of your being right now, with your heart field. Okay, so then, so many of these activations start with a little explanation, and then it actually goes into the experience. And so many times you will notice yourself maybe getting really deep or falling asleep. I have many clients who listen to these either when they wake up at 3 a.m. and they can't go back to sleep, or they listen to them while they're sleeping. You want to notice what's different as you work with these various activations, not what's the same. In other words, it's not about getting this at the head. And I'll say that again, because this whole ascension process is not getting this at the head. You will get the downloads the way they are arranged for you, in the way that you can understand them at some point. But many of the downloads that come in, crystalline downloads, etc., come in first, and then you get the translation later, or you decode them later. So this is much how these work. So this is Aquarian energy, you guys. This is way beyond, like, to boldly go where we've never gone before. Okay, so the next new decade of superpowers is literally an upgrade with the dormant DNA receptors. Sets you up to receive these new templates and crystalline codes, divine feminine and divine masculine. There's also a very powerful throat, the ether, the fifth center, which really literally was attempted to be shut down this year with this whole pandemic. And that's all I'll say about that. But it's really an activation for that, because our throat center, the way we want to express ourselves, remember, your voice is of divine. So that's actually getting an upgrade with that one. Okay, and then the third is Superpowers 101. So number 3 and number 4 are actually working with the lunar cycles, the new moon and the full moon. So we explain kind of like how the new moon translates and how it works, and how to create new moon wishes. And then there's an actual activation that takes you through a new moon new moon process. So you can use this at any new moon or even the time when you're birthing something new. It doesn't just have to be at the cycles of the moon. If you're birthing a new project and it's maybe around the full moon, you can use the new moon activation for that as well. And then the full moon is working with the harvest energy or manifestation, because that is the energy of the full moon. That's number 5. And there are many masters and beings that come through this, as you can well read. I know Kuan Yin came through really prevalently, along with Diana, and moon goddesses and dolphins and whales. So they're very playful. I facilitate in a very unconventional, playful way, and that is woven through all of these MP3s. So the full moon energy is manifesting under the magical time of the light of the full moon. So there's an explanation about it, and then a holographic activation working with these. A lot of crystallines came in here. Again, it's very harmonizing, because at the full moon, it's like the glass is full and you're pouring more water in. So we can feel, well, the word lunatic comes from that. So we can feel really out of sorts at a full moon, or we can watch people around us freak out. This will help you with harmonizing and centering, and how to work with these cosmic offerings of these new moon, full moon cycles. So also in the new moon, I explain all of the 8 aspects of the lunar cycle, like what's the new moon, the crescent phase, the first quarter, etc., and how to work with them. So it's really powerful. All right, so then we go into nature. My favorite, I work a lot with the elementals, or I should say they work with me. Being a whitewater rafting guide for many years, working with nature, and then I take people on nature retreat up on Lake Superior in a powerful vortex. So I was really beautifully grateful for these activations that came in, which actually took place in nature. And the first one, these are all called forest bathing. Number 6, Temple of the Goddess. This is a really beautiful activation, merging with the goddess energy. And there are so many galactic portals opening up in nature where you can connect in with the ancient ones, the intergalactic, Sasquatch, the whales, etc. Many beings, the fairies, the elementals, all through this I am frequency again. Again, the I am frequency bandwidth really supports you that you are getting the highest frequency of energy that you're connecting with, and nothing that would be more contractive or malevolent, etc. And so this, actually the mantis beings came through here. There was also a beautiful experience of the spring peepers, which are frog song, and they make the most magical of songs. And I was led to record these and include these, as well as the crickets. Now, many of the insects are actually the galactics, the Star Nation beings, like Andromeda are all around the cricket energy. And of course, the mantis beings, actually the praying mantis are really magical beings, butterflies, etc. They're all coming in and connecting with these higher galactic frequencies. Even bird song will help crops and plants grow. And so they're all infused in these 2 activations. The one that Temple of the Goddess, and then let's see, the 2 forest bathing ones, Nourished by the Goddess. So these are just really beautiful activations that also help. They also are very helpful with working with this this upcoming solstice energy and this continuing. So it's not just the energy of the solstice that's coming in and bang, it'll be done. No, that's just like the gateway or the portal coming in. We're going to be experiencing these energies and kind of learning how to work with them for many, many months and years on. So this is like until 2027 that this is, that's actually Chiron and Aries, and working with these vibrations. So it's going to be a long time. All of these are very expansive and uplifting, especially the nature ones. I just love nature, and I live in nature. That's why I'm not on, because we have 10 megabytes of bandwidth, but we are getting more. That's what they're saying. So otherwise I would be on visibly. Okay, so the 8th one is Magical Portals of Possibility. This is a 0 point, was recorded at the autumnal equinox. Very powerful holographic activations. So equinoxes actually open up multidimensional portals in 7th dimension of light and sound that create realities. And guess what solstices do? They help us with focusing our practical work in 3 and 4D consciousness. So literally that's what's coming in. And being an Aquarius, you see the magnitude of that. So, so there's a strong Pleiadian energy that came up with this magical portals of possibilities. And this is actually going into the quantum field and harnessing those possibilities. So it's very manifesting as well. And then one of my favorites is, and this had to be last, and I don't know why it had to be last, but the journey with the crystallines. Oh my goodness, the crystallines are really assisting us. There are many galactic crystallines coming in that are not even discovered here yet and may or may not be. They're literally coming through the energy through that galactic center. So many crystallines were involved with this. And what I mean by that is if you have crystals, look at them as beings. But it's not necessary to actually have them unless you want them. I have a house full of them. But many times when I'm working with a client, I'm talking so fast, the energy is coming through really quick. Many times when I'm working with a client, crystallines will come in that I'm not even aware of or familiar with. And they're beings and their frequencies and resonances that literally are like a key that opens a lock to that client to new possibilities that can come in for them and new downloads. So it's just amazing. Remember, we are shifting into the crystallines and we are anchoring through the crystalline grid here. So this is a very beautiful, transformational, very playful, very powerful. There were Solaris beings that came in that were just beautiful. So every time I listen to this, something new comes in. So this is about new beginnings and new effectiveness, new projects, new phase. And that's what we're doing right now with the solstice. So this is very, very supportive. So that's package 8, and that is 147, I believe. Let's see here, I've got to go back to my notes here. Yes, and then
that's right.
Yeah, then package B includes a deep transformational session. And the sessions are about from 60 to 90 minutes. Depending on what shows up, I do not set a time clock because I get into very deep work with people, clearing implants out, all sorts of just really deep work. I have had clients that have been through mind control, and whether it's in this timeline or other timelines, so I get really deep into the work, all through the I Am Presence. So this continues well after a session, and the activations, the MP3s really support those sessions. So if you're ready to really deep dive into what's holding you back, now's the time to do that. And that's I do offer a recording with the session so that you can listen and because there's a lot of information that comes through the session, a lot of messages and connections. It also can help you connect deeper to your I Am Presence and to your gifts that you're here. All of you have them. Again, drop the word light worker and incorporate light master, and this will help you in your mastery, the sessions as well as these MP3s. And so there's a bonus with package B. So package B includes all of package A plus a personal holographic transformational session. And do look at the description of the session because it goes way more into what I can just detail right now. And no two are alike. So, and again, I facilitate very playfully and how unconventionally. So some of this can creep up. For those of you that have resistance, the energy can come in a very unconventional way and just pull the rug under your feet with that resistance. So if you have not been able to make any forward tracks, you may do so in this kind of a session because of the depth of it. And then you receive 2 bonus offerings for package B, which is what I offer. I offer a bi-monthly activation, which we just did one on, let's see, was that Monday night? Yes, for the new moon. so holographic activations, and I'll be doing one around the full moon in Cancer in December. So you get 2 of those, and those are 90-minute calls, minimal. They're at least 90 minutes. Some of them go over. And it's there's 2 folds to those calls. One is working with the cosmic energies at the time, as well as the activations that are going on. And they're all calibrated to who's ever on the call. So that's a really, really good deal. And that's $247. So this also makes a wonderful Christmas gift to yourself or another person. Again, I would, before you do this with another person, I often have people getting gift certificates for other people, but I always tell them to have them connect with me or through the website, because oftentimes we want people to shift, but they may not be ready for that shift.
Mm-hmm.
A little key food for thought on that. If you work on yourself and you connect with them, everyone around you is going to shift, or they're going to leave your life. And I mean by that, or they'll just kind of create distance, because we are entangled quantumly with everyone.
Yeah.
And so the best way you can help another is by working with yourself, because often what we see in another person are what we have within, and we've projected that on that person, like a movie screen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's all about us. So both of those packages are available at alara.at/show/Kim9. And there are 2 payment plans available for both of them. Caroline was asking, will the sessions be booked before December 21st? So Caroline, do you mean, are there any sessions, personal sessions available before December 21st? Is that your question? I think that's your question. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if somebody wanted to book a session for you, could they get one before December 21st?
Yeah, you would have to contact me. I would have to look at my calendar, my schedule. It may be a weekend, or maybe on that day. I do book out for a bit, but do just reach out to me and I can just see what I can do with that. I am fairly booked for the rest of this week and then some of next, and then being the holiday coming up. But just the session begins when it's booked. So even if you book it and it's like after the Christmas, you're going to start to shift and clear. And many people are surprised by that. And then many times people will have a laundry list of what they want to shift. And then by the time we get to the session, wow, they have a whole new laundry list because whatever that was already started shifting.
Right.
So that's a really cool thing. So just be aware of that.
And if they're getting package B and booking a session with you, and that they start listening to the MP3, that will also help to start creating the shift before the actual session.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Yes. Yeah. That is very supportive with this energy of the solstice coming up. Yeah. Very definitely.
Awesome. Good. Thank you. All right. So do we have time for the activation still? Yes.
We do.
Good.
Do we?
Yes.
Please do not be driving, and we may not be able to make a coherent sentence after this. Well, we'll set that. So I will, at the end of the activation, I will let you know how many days. Usually I'm being told by my Alchemy Collective, like how many days this will continue. I know I shared that with some of the processes with people that would pertain to whatever that unique process was with that person, but there will be a process with this activation, as to how, and what that means is like how many days the transmission will continue, and in relation to whatever activation it is. So again, it's not about really figuring this out at your head. And so I will let you know with this, notice what's different, not what's the same. Many of you have already shifted from even this call and from holding this beautiful sacred space that will never ever repeat again. Thank goodness there's replays, but many of you are not the same as you were 5 minutes ago. So just notice what's different right now, and then continue to notice what's different. It may be unrelated to what we talked about. It may be around another person. It may be something really interesting, like your mailbox is turned around. And I said that to a lady, and I actually had her say that. She goes, "Oh, that happened to me today." She goes, "The snowplow came through, it was a winter." And she said, "My mailbox got turned around." But I mean, that's what spirit gives me. Like, how would I know? That would not been a a metaphor that I would have just pulled out of thin air. But so you may notice something that happens that has you scratching your head and go, wow, that's different. So just be aware of that. We're just setting that magical energy up right now. Notice what's different, not what's the same. And as we do this, we connect with the energy, the momentum of that magical noticing. And when we start to do that, the universe notices that we're interested in that. Remember, energy flows where your attention goes. And so when you start to notice what's magical in your world or what's shifted, you start to actually bring more of that in. And what I mean by that is your awareness. Your awareness. So just take a deep breath. Release, relax, center, and just, I'm just going to bring in some balancing and some harmonizing. There's so much fire energy coming in here. And air is the Aquarian energy. There's elemental of air and the fire. What does the air do? It fans that fire. So we're just going to bring in some beautiful harmonizing of earth and water. Yeah, there we go. And just find yourself just settling in. And just this connecting in with this beautiful energy of Chiron, very Sagittarian-like with the centaur, half horse, half man, beautiful magical being. I'm seeing beautiful unicorns and alicorns coming in. Alicorns have the wing and the horn, the beautiful vortex energy. Just feeling these coming in, Chiron. And just feeling this beautiful support around whatever that wound is for you. Whatever the shadow is around, what is coming up for you to release, what may be around loved ones right now and how you can better support them. We're just aligning with this I am collective team around us. And they are a team, dear ones. They're a team. They're a team member for assisting you for every aspect of what you may focus with. Just taking a deep breath. I'm seeing this beautiful golden feather right now. It's almost like the feather, the golden energy that came in before, those little sparkles of, looks like golden confetti. And I'm seeing this, looks like a Christmas feather. It's sparkly and it's just dusting off your field. Just kind of smoothing out the rough areas. Cool, I'm just feeling that coming right down. It actually came from the stellar gateway, light body centers. Just moving around. For some of you, it's around the emotional body. For some of you, it's the etheric and the mental. And feeling your ancestors and whatever is going on with ancestors and our loved ones, whether they are incarnate or not, are just observing right now. And we're just going to bring in some harmonizing for them and just being in gratitude for them and all that they did and feeling that co-creative highest frequency energy with them, that we are continuing this journey on. We are taking what we can utilize and leaving all what did not work. Seeing this feather just as it moves through, just almost like it's culling. What's useful is allowed to stay and accelerate and manifest, and what is no longer useful is releasing. And the fire dragons are creating this beautiful torsion field around the spiritual body. magnetically absorbing all of what is no longer useful. It's being transmuted. I'm noticing this triangulation, scalar, triangular pattern. Seeing this beautiful torsion field. I'm feeling this right behind the core star where the solar plexus and the heart center. Seeing this right through the spinal column. Taking in a deep breath right through this core star and letting go. Dropping down more deeply into your authenticity, your sovereignty, as it is anchored into your physical vehicle. I'm feeling right now the Earth Star supporting you here as really embracing your authentic power. Seeing the endocrine system harmonizing, seeing the gonads, the creative juiciness, and the sacral and root chakra firing up. The creative energy, the beautiful creativity of this new moon is moving toward the solstice of this expansive, brilliant, genius energy coming in with Uranus. And I'm seeing 8 magical dolphins right now coming in, and they're aquamarine. They're with the aquamarine ray. I have no idea what that means. It's coming in. Seeing that right around from the crown chakra through the biofield, through your 7 chakras within the physicality, just moving right around. And each of you are calibrating uniquely with these dolphins. And the DNA is also activating. Remember, they have 8 hemispheres to their brain. The 8 is really coming up with the 8 dolphins. You know, a lot of geometries coming in, octahedron, platonic solids, tetrahedron. Below the Earth star is the cube, seeing that coming in. The foundation has been laid. We are just activating this right now. I'm just watching this right now very gently. And all of the celestial beings, Mars, which trines this beautiful new moon, the moon and the sun conjuncting, which is what happens at a new moon. They align. Both the yin and the yang. Your intuitive vibration, which is represented with this Aquarian energy, and the masculine yang, which is the expression of this outwardly, which is Mars in many cases. And this greatest wound be brought to the forefront and to be supported in the releasing and the transforming of this wounding, this who you are not. Seeing the key fitting into the lock of this, the Chiron key. What is ready to open for you right now? What magic is here for you now with the return of the light? For it is Christ-mess already the return of the light, the Christ consciousness frequency in form, and the beautiful gifts that are coming in for you right now. And in this energy of this new moon, all you need to do is trust. I'm noticing your I Am team around you moving in closer to you, connecting, but there's a sense of expanding at the same time. Like they're moving in support, but yet you're expanding. It's almost like you're moving out to them, but they are around you. They literally have your back, feeling the circle of support. This highest frequency of being fully incarnate, embodied. Seeing the sword Excalibur, the sword of truth, with its apex, with the tip of that pointing upwards, and another sword of truth coming downwards, forming a star tetrahedron pattern. It is time for you to step into your sovereignty. It is time for the authenticity to be birthed forth through you as you. Taking a deep breath, bringing in some harmonizing, some integration, feeling beautiful alchemy coming in, silver and gold, and I'm seeing many, many gifts coming in for you. There could be some magical gifts coming forth through this Christ Mass, this solstice, the return of divine light in a new expanded way. And as we anchor this activation into the 3 and 4D realms, bringing this into the Gaia grids, making this a part of you, literally the dolphins are leaving you with a template. A template of you can tap into this energy at any time, just dropping into the heart, just remembering this, taking a moment in times of overwhelmment to center, to release, and just align. And this transmission comes right in for you. Many star beings here, Arcturian, Pleiadian, Cassiopean, Andromedan, Jasai, many star nations, galactics. You are so loved, your soul tribes. And they are connecting with you in your sleep state and will connect with you in the next sleep state. Be gentle with yourself. And taking a deep breath, begin to bring your awareness here, wiggling the fingers and the toes, releasing through the arches of the feet, behind the heart center, all of the cellular debris, all residue that no longer serves you. Okay, one final sound tone. I'm feeling a lot of Lemurian energy coming in with this. I bid you much joy and blessings and love. This will continue for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right through the solstice. So how convenient.
Wonderful.
And do let me know, songofheart@uniontel.net, and kimregnitz.com is my website. And if you feel guided, do sign up for my newsletter and let me know of any cool things that occurred for you. I love to hear that feedback.
Beautiful.
Blessings.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Kim. This was beautiful and so powerful. Definitely drink lots of water, everyone, and continue to stay grounded, continue to stay uplifted. Yeah, wonderful. Good. All right, everyone. So thank
Yes.
you. Please take a look at Kim's packages again. They are available at alara.at/show/Kim9. This is the time for the transformation to take place, to work with Kim to get, those processes through you so that you can move forward through this ascension process with more ease and grace and flow. Yeah, good. Thank you.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned, Alara, I'm glad you mentioned more water because I had forgotten that. So it's perfect. But yes, definitely drink more water today and the next several days. Stay really hydrated.
Yeah.
And I'm getting tapped on the shoulder myself with that.
Yeah. Good. And thank you so much. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, everybody, for your blessings and love. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now. Thank you, Kim.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Thank you, Alara.
Enjoy the heat. Enjoy the warmth.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.